Roll. There we go.
Show me the comments.
Maybe a little bit brighter here.
Insta is live.
What up? Oh, too bright.
Too much.
There we go. What's up, fam?
Yo, 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 yo.
Live on the Insta. It's like
Well,
slashed.
move it. What up, IG?
Hey, hey, hey.
We're live on the Books of Face. I thought it was going to be called something else.
Meta.
Meta.
When is that changing?
Not yet.
Oh.
It's going to take a little
It
while.
sounds like an inside joke.
Oh, Meta?
Yeah.
Sounds like a medical company.
Yeah, it does.
What's the name of that?
What is up, man? Man, boom, boom, boom. Ah!
I don't know what just happened over there.
People just popping on the IG.
People on the IG? Well, let's check it out.
Ah!
Oh, I see. What up, Kim?
Oh, look, there's someone else.
I see.
Whoever that is, Casey.
Whoever that is.
Um,
Don't know them.
I don't know how, but the gym just waved at my own self. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, oh, you did? Oh, totally. I'm with it. Got it. Nailed it. Sweet. What up, Blake?
Blake, where
What's
you been?
up,
Kendall.
Kendall?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, you're in Florida. Oh my
Are
gosh.
you on the beach?
Is it cold?
Doubtful.
Is it cold there?
Tell me about all the food.
Yeah, I know you're eating
The chicken. and
behind the
rice.
scenes.
Chicken and rice.
Yeah,
and
you
rice.
behind the scenes.
Chicken, rice,
She's like,
broccoli
I gotta
with
run to the gas station really quick. I'll be back in an
Chicken,
hour.
rice, broccoli, wash the sodium.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it is like getting to be holiday season. Well, really quick, I think y'all all know us, but I'm Casey.
I'm Jacob.
What's up, guys? Your shirt matches my hair.
And your eyes.
We coordinated.
Your white letters on your shirt match my skin.
I don't know. I'm looking a little paler than you. I mean, it's 68 and rainy. Had a hotel waffle and it was yummy.
No pity, but
I really enjoy that for you.
Hotel.
I enjoy that for you. You're about to be busy, girl. You better put your big girl pants on and carb up. You better carb up. Oh, man.
busy weekend ahead of you.
Yeah, so today we're going to be talking about some nutrition, some hacks as we get into these, seasonal months, we'll call them. We just had Halloween, which I had to already hide the Halloween candy from my own self, my son's candy, because it was sitting on the counter. And so every time I would go in the kitchen, I'm like, I could have a little bite-sized Snickers. I could have a pack of M&Ms. Like, man, it's bad. It cannot be right there.
You gotta get rid of it.
Dude, well, if I hide it and I can't see it, I'm like, I won't typically go looking for it. So,
No, not me. If it's in the house, it's gonna get eaten. Period.
man, I feel bad when your kids get a little older.
It's not gonna be there.
When JJ gets older and you're going to be like, okay, let me savage through it. Let me just go through your candy here and take, check and make sure all those recalls.
This one's expired. This one's expired.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, they're all
Yeah,
expired.
there's definitely metal in this
Maybe
one.
the smallest 4-year-old in my life. He's been walking around.
He's already working out and stuff. He's so cute.
Yes. He loves sled pushes.
He's
Lots of
adorable.
little bands.
Wow. Yeah, Kendall said somebody has to carb up over here. I'm like, yeah, it's you. It's you. You about to be working tomorrow. So today we want to talk about, since we are getting into, we just had Halloween, we've got Thanksgiving coming, and then there's Christmas. You're going to be at party after party. There's going to be all the temptations, all the drinking, all the food, all the snacking, all the leftovers. All of it is happening.
All of it.
We are here. My hands are freezing. It's eating season. We get to wear baggy clothes. And if you're like part of that No Shave November, I guess you've already begun just letting it go.
Yeah.
Why? Why is this a thing? Like, we've made it a societal thing to just say whatever.
2
I don't
straight
know.
months of whatever, basically.
Yeah. So we want to talk to you guys about what are some simple hacks, some ways that you can help yourself to be not just completely fall off the rails here. So, well, thank goodness we have our nutrition coach here today because I may not be the best one to ask.
So first up, number one thing you can do to help, we'll say, ease these times during the holiday season is to meal prep. If you meal prep, one, your food's already made, so you don't have to worry about going and get something. Two, because all these holidays happen, just like Casey was saying, when you have the candy from Halloween, what happens? You want more candy, right?
I love sugar.
And then you want more candy, then you want more of that other stuff, and then the regular stuff that you've been making doesn't sound any good anymore. So then it's just you just keep going and
downward
going
spiral.
and going, and then before you know it, New Year's is here and you're 10 pounds heavier. We don't need that. So if you meal prep, one, nobody likes to eat their meal prep food after they just had so much delicious stuff from Halloween and eating out and parties and whatnot. However, you will save money, which who doesn't love to save some money? Two, it will already be planned out for you and you know it's going to fit your calories and what you're supposed to be eating. So if you make a plan to meal prep, you're more likely to stay on track versus falling off every single weekend and then continuing that throughout the week. And then, I'm going to start next weekend, but then I got this other party, and then it's a never-ending story. So meal prep is the number one hack you can do. If you're not doing it, get started. If you know how to do it, you can ask somebody. Yeah, you can ask somebody who's maybe done it a time or two. I mean,
none of us.
Yeah, we don't meal prep whatsoever.
I mean, thank baby Jesus that I meal prep because
I would be.
I don't know how people don't.
Yeah.
Quite honestly, it is too hard. It is too hard out there in the streets.
Yeah, and even if you're trying to stay on track and you're not doing parties every other weekend and you're not meal prepping, it's insanely ridiculous to get to your goal without meal prepping.
Yeah.
You may get really lucky and you may be able to lose some pounds, not meal prepping, you're just following calories. But that's not a sustainable thing you can do all year round. It can happen for a season. Hey, I want to lose 20 pounds for the holiday season or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You can do that for a short season. But to make it a lifelong goal, you have to meal prep. You absolutely have to. Or you have to, pay for a meal prepping service, which is where we all want to get at some point in time.
Financial goals.
When you meal prep, you have to think about what you're going to eat. When you don't, excuse me. Who wants to think about it?
Well, and the thing is there's a couple of things here. Some people don't like to reheat food.
True.
Like chicken especially. They don't like to, but there is a certain part, I think, of sitting on this side of the table just as a coach going look, you're going to have to suck it up, Buttercup. There's going to be some things that you don't really prefer. Yeah, I prefer a fresh meal as well. I prefer that. It tastes better, smells better, it's hot, it's fresh, it's just quality is better.
Yep.
I get that. But if you can shift that mindset from pleasure to fuel and really have that as your mantra, that you're going to be eating to fuel your body rather than because it tastes good, that makes things a little bit easier as you make that transition into eating out of a container or eating the same meal even over and over. Some people are like, I can't eat the same thing every day. I'm like, well, yeah, you can.
Mm-hmm.
You are blessed to have food every day, for however many meals you're eating. So one thing that if you don't care about reheating food, if you're very busy and meal prepping is like an overload, a task, a challenge, then what you could consider doing is doing a month, 3 weeks, of meal prep in advance at one time, making all of those. So you're making more of it, I would say probably a 3 or 4 hour window to cook and make all of those all your individual meals. This means that you're eating the same thing for 3 weeks or a month or however many meals. You also have to have storage to be able to freeze those meals. So these are some factors to consider. But on the go, you can just pull out your meals for the week, throw them in the fridge, and you're already done for 3 weeks at a time. It's pretty awesome.
It's very effective.
Super.
Very effective. If you know anybody who's had success and kept that success going, they're probably meal prepping. I don't know anybody who's had continual success over and over and over, staying in shape, staying active, that doesn't meal prep.
Yeah.
That's kind of what you do.
Yeah, meal prepping is clutch. It is key, especially as we are getting into these seasons, which are my worst nightmare.
Season's coming up. You spend a lot of money during the season. Save some money, meal prep.
Javier, what up, Javier?
All right.
Maybe Jennifer. What's up, Jen? What's up?
What's next?
All right. Let's talk about nutrient-dense food.
All right. So, nutrient-dense versus calorie-dense. You probably heard this, but what does that actually mean? So, for example, if I know I have, if I'm trying to eat around 500 calories for lunch, right? That's just as an example. I could technically eat 500 calories of donuts and still lose weight if I'm just just trying to lose weight. Weight doesn't mean fat or muscle or anything, it just means overall weight. You could technically eat only donuts and you could lose weight if you ate few enough donuts. However, that's not going to be very sustainable because one, if I'm eating 500 calories of donuts, that's going to last me like maybe an hour because it's only going to be like a donut and a half, and I'm going to be starving in the next 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So you could technically lose weight eating only donuts, but it's not going to be sustainable. So instead, exchange that 500 calories of donuts for a cup of rice, 6 ounces of chicken, and then some vegetables, and it's going to equal 500 calories. It's going to be a lot more food. Yeah, you may not always enjoy that chicken, rice, and broccoli over the donut, but however, it will sustain you. You know, every once in a while, if you need that donut instead of chicken, rice, and broccoli, okay, it's going to win. That's going to happen sometimes, okay? But you should choose the calorie dense option least more than you choose the calorically dense option. So those foods, caloric dense, not going to be very much. Yes, they will be satisfying, at least psychologically sometimes, but they're not going to last you for very long. So if you choose the nutrient dense options, there's probably going to be a lot more volume, and it can still taste good if you meal prep in the right manner. So nutrient dense over calorie dense, you're going to have a lot longer success.
How long does it take one to hypothetically, how long does it take one to detox from sugar?
Quite some time.
What is that?
Especially if, like, for Halloween, for instance.
Yes, let's talk about that.
So Halloween was on Sunday. So I'm going to assume most people had something
yesterday,
maybe Friday and Saturday before, before Halloween even started. Then you had the actual Halloween, which is on Sunday. And even if you stopped eating it on Sunday, those 3 days, it's going to take you probably closer to a week to finally be like, okay, now I finally stopped.
So what you're telling me is that I've truly never detoxed off the sugar. No, I have at some point in time, probably during the 75 hard.
Yeah.
That was like 2 years ago.
Yeah. So that's where, like, getting back into those holidays of you have one party to the next party to the next party, and you're always craving those things, and it's hard to just cut it off. I mean, we do this for a living, and it's tough to just keep it going and not want to, keep eating all of that junk food, because the more junk food you eat, the more you crave it. And it's just, and we're no different. Like, we still crave it all the time. We probably talk about food more than we talk about anything else.
That is correct.
But we also meal prep, and we know when it's time to cut it off based upon our individual goals.
It is 100% time to cut it off. I'm like, oh my gosh, Thanksgiving is coming, bro.
Cut
oh Lord. Yeah. So it is a really good point. Like you think about if you eat a donut, right? Like anytime I do go to the donut store, I have to get a kolache as well because I need some sort of like I need the bread and the meat so I don't literally have a sugar drop after just eating donuts. If I just eat donuts, then like an hour later I'm like, like I feel like I'm gonna die, you know. So my blood sugar just drops. But yeah, I mean obviously. And then at that point in time, it's like you can almost feel the sugar wear off, and you're like, I need more. It's like caffeine. It's like caffeine. It's like drugs. It's like it's bad.
It is a drug.
Yeah, it is a drug.
It is.
It's addicting.
It's a legal drug. It is a drug.
Yes.
It's been proven.
I thought you said it's an illegal drug.
No, it's.
I know this is not on our notes, but one thing that I do want to say is that if something that we always say, and we haven't brought this up in a while, so I'll repeat it. But whenever you're feeling hungry, or you're feeling hungry, like throughout the day, you're like, "Man, I'm hungry." We always be like, "Are you thirsty?" You know, go drink some water first. Especially if you're a coffee drinker, for some reason, and I don't know if I'm sure there's some sort of science behind this. I don't know if we didn't talk about this, but if I drink a cup of coffee and then, like, I'll. Like afterwards I'll get like a pit in my stomach. I'm like, oh, like I need something to eat, but really I think I'm just dehydrated. I think I just got dehydrated from the coffee. So cheers.
Yeah, I mean it's amazing. Anytime I have a nutrition consult, one of my first questions is, how much water do you drink? We don't even talk about food. How much water do you drink? And it's amazing how many people are like 1 or 2 bottles of water. You are dehydrated, you just don't know it. Once you start drinking more water, you'll realize, oh, I was dehydrated. It's like somebody said, you don't realize how bad you feel until you actually feel good.
Yes.
When you actually feel good, then you go back to your old ways and you're like, oh, I feel like crap.
Yeah.
You just get so used to it. It's like a pair of shoes that you've been wearing for 2 years straight. You're like, oh, they're still good. And then you try on a new pair of shoes and you're like, oh, this is what I'm missing out on. Yeah. That's when you feel good and then you go back to it. Feeling good is, oh, you got that brand new pair of shoes.
Yeah.
Not realizing that you're feeling terrible is wearing that old pair of shoes for 2 straight years.
That is 100%
so
facts.
Plenty of water will actually solve a lot of issues. You can get rid of a lot of body fat just drinking enough water, because you're going to have those cravings a lot less because you're going to feel full, which is how you should feel.
I know we typically say like an ounce of water per pound, right? But
yeah.
And for some people, some people follow the gallon of water a day, but some people might need to drink more than that, right?
Yeah, some people do. I typically say as few as 6 bottles of water. That just to make it really easy. Everybody knows a bottle of water. As few as 6 bottles of water a day. That's the bare minimum for most everybody. Almost doesn't matter your size. Even if you were, no offense, Emily, but even if you were Emily's size and you had 6 bottles of water a day, it's probably not going to be actually as much as what you really need, but it will be a good starting point. I know you drink plenty of water, but bare minimum 6 bottles of water a day. Yeah, when you go from drinking 1 bottle of water to 6 bottles of water, you're probably going to start peeing more because your body's not used to it. But your body gets accustomed to it. You start holding on to a lot less water. You have to use the bathroom a lot less frequently, but there's still water in your system, and you can drain through all of that sugar that you're eating all the time. So drink more water, and you're probably going to notice that you're losing a little bit more body fat.
Sweet. I'm going to drown myself.
You can do that, so don't do that. That is physically possible.
Oh, man.
What do you mean? She drank too much water.
If that's the way I went out, good night. I mean, come on. Lord, really? Like, out of all the things.
Yeah, you guys would drink you'd have to drink a ton of water.
We knew she sucked at swimming.
Motioning right into the next topic here. When you fall off the wagon. When. There is no if. There is a 100% chance.
Cheers, Bill.
Win. Okay. The only people who don't fall off the wagon is maybe The Rock, because he can afford to pay chefs, nutrient coat. I mean, he's got everything.
Yeah, trainers.
Yeah, like, and his falling off the wagon is still planned, so he's not really falling off the wagon.
Yeah, you get the cinnamon roll.
Yeah, besides him and maybe like the really high level professional bodybuilders, every single person falls off the wagon.
And Jesus. Jesus stays on the wagon.
I was like, no,
like,
he
Jesus
didn't fall off the wagon. We both got really. Wait a minute.
Can you go take a nap? All right. So when you fall off the wagon, don't just light it up in flames as well. Oh, well, I had this meal on Thursday, and then we had family on Friday, and then Saturday, and then Sunday. I might as well carry it over to the end of the month because that's on Wednesday. Oh, diets don't really start till Monday. Don't just
start. Just get back on. Don't slash the tires. You ain't got time for that.
You will fall off the wagon.
It's like my child. This is really funny and cute. He was like probably over summer. He's like, yeah, whenever school starts, I'm going to really start eating well again. And I was like, okay. And then I'm like, why don't you just start now? He's like, no, I think it's going to be really good. Like, I'm going to just enjoy summer, and then whenever school starts, I'm going to start eating really good. Like, a week ago, he was like, yeah, I think after Christmas, I'm going to really start eating. I'm going to start eating good. I was like, you said that 6 months ago. Like, what? Yeah. When are you going to do it? Like, that's not good, bud. Like, and I know he's, like, a kid. So I try to have a little slack, I'm like, be a kid. But it starts there.
Yep.
It starts there, and then it's gonna, it goes into us being adults and having to make those same decisions. And let's be real, like, those are just excuses.
Mm-hmm.
You can make excuses for yourself all day, but if you take ownership and like, hey, my body looks this way because I did this to myself. I mean, that's the harsh reality is you're responsible for you.
Mm-hmm.
You are responsible for what you put in. For, if you work out, you are responsible. And there are seasons in life where it is just like, it's hard to maintain everything at the same time, right? You've got kids, your family's got problems. There's been health issues. There's been COVID. Everybody's stressed. Your business, your this, your that, your work, your boss, your life, your whatever. You moved. There's situations and there's times and seasons where following your nutrition is easier than others, or coming and working out is easier than others. Like you desire to be there. You want to do that. You have the time. You've scheduled it in. It's a part of your lifestyle. But there's other times where it's like, man, I just can't really care that much right now. And I'm not going to beat myself up. I'm not going to be so hard on myself that I just, but I'm also not going to let myself get to a certain point of no return, or where it's going to be like, well, that's going to take me 2 years to get back to where I was. I don't want to fall off that hard. I don't want to fall off the wagon that long. So it's really just about kind of analyzing and assessing what season you're in and doing your best. If you meal prep and your nutrition is the hard part, if you can just commit to just meal prepping, you will literally, your success will be like 80%.
Yeah.
Just from doing that.
Mm-hmm.
That is the easiest way. It literally becomes something you don't have to think about anymore. What am I going to eat? Here. You literally just pop it in the microwave. It's one less thing. So if you are in a season of kind of hardship or, struggling, then it may be something that gets taken off of your plate in some senses. Your actual plate. So, I mean, it really is like, it becomes mindless. And that's nice in this busy world. So, James is on.
That's weird. It didn't pop up till they're all coming in. Really
How weird. Yeah, we didn't see any of y'all's comments until now. So,
when I fall
really?
Off, yeah, you will fall off.
Really sorry about that.
All right.
I'm not going to fail. I'm not even going to start.
Well, and last
Hey Josh, thanks for joining.
last one here. Don't compare your journey to somebody else's journey. So a lot of people, especially like on Instagram or Facebook or whatnot, they see somebody else's crushing it, doing this, doing that. You follow somebody semi-famous who eats this exact way and works out this exact way. And hey, maybe they do actually eat that exact way or work out that exact way. But I can guarantee you a lot of them probably don't. They're just selling you a product and they're not using their own product. You don't know what kind of steroids they're on. You don't know what they're actually eating. You don't know how their sleep quality is. You don't know what their cholesterol levels are. Like, your journey and somebody else's journey are not the same journey. Now, yes, there are things in general. Hey, we know meal prepping works. Hey, we know drinking lots of water works. Hey, we know getting quality sleep works. But everybody is individually different as far as their entire journey goes. Stress levels, completely different.
Boycott the comment section.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, so I think it's funny, too, because of, I have so many clients that are like, oh, well, I saw that so-and-so trains underwater. Like, they just do all their training underwater. I'm like, okay, well, that's extravagant, you know? Like, he's like, well, is that going to work? I'm like, well, I don't know. I mean, I guess if that's what that guy likes to do, like, good for him. But, like, are you just in a position where you have an indoor pool at your house and you can just train like this all the time? I wish. Yeah, let me get my scuba gear on so I can go work out. I'm like, what? But it's crazy because it's all about some fad or this works best, you know, like this diet or eat 600 calories a day for 2 months or keto or whatever. And when really it's just like, you have to constantly ask yourself, is that sustainable for a long period of time? Like, can you underwater basket weave for the rest of your life?
That's a very out there one.
You know, on SNL, whenever they lose it, we're there.
Yeah. Yeah. So your journey, somebody else's journey, not the same things. Please don't eat 600 calories a day. I like milk. I don't know why we're getting these comment sections so terrible. Late. Like, it literally shows they've only been on here for 6 minutes.
Oh, man.
I saw a thing on the radio that was basically like, do you want to lose 30 pounds, you know, like from KLTY? And it was just like, I wanted to bang my head against the radio as I was driving, you know, like they were like, you're going to guarantee lost 30 pounds.
Yeah, and you also can't walk 10 feet without passing out. Good luck.
Yeah, when you rapidly lose weight like that, it is 80% water weight. It comes right back. It's yo-yo dieting. Hey, you're here, you want to be here, so we're going to get there in 2 weeks. Then in 2 weeks, you're going to gain it right back. And it's just, you're staying the same, basically.
You go on a liquid diet, it backfires every weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally backfires.
Literally.
Through the backside.
Yeah.
All right. Is that all we got?
Yeah.
All right.
That's it. Let the trash talking continue.
It's not the same as mine.
We have to read them out loud because people on IG can't know what the people on Facebook are saying.
James Taylor said, you're right. Everyone's journey is not the same as mine. My problems are unique, and nobody understands my special individual struggle. And then Stetson said, what if we know yo-yo tricks?
Can you name me a yo-yo trick right now?
I can
walk the dog.
Cradle.
That's all I got. Walk the dog.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Yo-yo professional.
All right, that's all I got.
No, walk the dog.
All right.
All right, my friends. Y'all are awesome. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for viewing and watching and laughing, or watching us laugh. Hopefully, some of this information was beneficial to you. If not, we are so thankful that you got some time to talk crap. We are here for whatever you need. And my name is Casey.
I'm Jacob.
Cat's Cradle.
Cat's Cradle.
Zip line. Here he goes.
I've never even heard it. I know zip line.
Which is I can't even.
Cat's Cradle's a different shit.
get these two in a room together with a bottle of whiskey
and a yo-yo.
Oh man, I'll never get this time back. Yeah, yep, you sure won't.
All right.
There's no guarantees. Keep it together. You keep it together, Tyler.
We'll see y'all next
like us,
week.
Follow us.
Subscribe, watch YouTube.
Keep watching.
Supposed to be professionals.
Whatever. No, we're not. Only halfway professional.
Yep.
But thanks for watching, guys.
See y'all next time.
See you next week. Peace.
Dude, look at this.
Woo.
Dude, I'm so jealous.